Hi guys. So yeah, basically, hi guys. Hey guys. So obviously, hey guys, it's Easy Meals here. Welcome to my channel. Oh my god, I've never really said that before because I always just go straight into my interviews. I never really do like a whole welcome to my channel, but I am welcome to my channel. Anyway, yeah. So I put on my Insta story the other day that I thought I might start doing hot topics again. Now, anyone that's new here or new to ZZ Mills, when I first started doing ZZ Mills back in the day, I used to do this thing called hot topics, right? And I just used to talk about things that were trending online in my world, etc., etc. Now, I stopped doing that because I don't know why I stopped doing it. I think it was because of the pressure of always having to keep up with what was happening, and it just became a lot. And then other things started happening, like work-wise, so I just kind of more veered over towards doing the interviews. But basically, recently, so much things have been happening. I've just been like, why not give my opinion? And also at the time when I was giving my opinion, it wasn't like the cool thing to do. Like no one was really kind of giving their opinion as much as how I was. And now we've shifted into a new space now where everyone just gives their opinion. You go on Twitter and everyone has a think piece on everything. So I was just like, the fuck? Why would I not? And I genuinely do enjoy sharing my opinion. I've made a whole fucking career out of it. So yeah. But damn, 2024. Woohoo. We are like, I want to say 11 days in, so not even 2 weeks in. And boy, oh boy, has this year already been, what the fuck is happening? Like, seriously, I feel like Cat Williams did that interview and it literally shifted the world or it shifted the culture. Okay. Because everyone now is just on crud. Everyone is saying how they feel. Everyone is just letting it. Also, by the way, I just love holding this mic like this. It's just such a strong, it's just, I don't know. I just like having things in my hand. Anyway, I feel like he shifted the culture and he's really made, like everyone's just on crud. Everyone is just sharing their opinion. Everybody watched that interview, Cat Williams interview. I'm not going to talk about it because everyone's been talking about it, and I think the views are ridiculous. And if that proves anything to you content creators, nothing is ever too long. That interview is over 2 hours long, and it's got over, I think, over 20 million views, more than that now. Probably, I think it's on the 30s, more than that, maybe even. If you want to speak, honeys, speak. Somebody will watch it. Somebody will watch it to the end. In this case, over 30 million people watched it to the end. If it's good, people are going to watch it. So yeah, I feel like Cat Williams set pace and everyone is just on crud. The girls are fighting. Literally, the girls are fighting. I was even involved in a little bit of mixed up. So the girls are actually fighting. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, Badderz UK, right? There's a Badderz UK now. They've been filming, they released the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually quite impressed that they've got to this level of production. Because I remember when they first went over and it looked a little bit haphazard. It looked like maybe this is not gonna happen. Maybe they've overexerted themselves. Maybe they don't realize how much. But as much as I can't really stand her, big up to Lani for actually making it happen. Because I don't think people understand how hard it is to actually do a production of that level. You think you just need a couple cameras and whatever, but it's very hard, you know? So the fact that she's actually managed to do that, kudos to her. And that's the difference between me and a lot of you motherfuckers on the internet. I have got no problem giving people their flowers, even if I don't like them. Like, even if I don't like you, if I see that you've done something where I know it takes hard work, it takes a lot of effort, I'm going to give you your flowers. Because I'm mature. I'm a mature young lady. Or as one of the girls on the show, that broad-back heifer who called me, he said that I was 50. I don't know what her name is. She says she's a hairstylist on the show. She basically came for me, said I was 50 and whatnot. And whatever she said. But anyway, basically, I got some backlash because I basically said that Badderz UK is a terrible idea. And anyone that goes on that show, why would you even do that? I didn't say that, but that's what I basically said. Because I believe that. And I don't feel like you always have to agree with reality TV. I don't agree with every single reality program, okay? But I understand why people go on it. You know, like I understand why people go on Love and Hip Hop. I understand why people go on Housewives. I understand why people went on Backchat. I understand even those type of things. At least it shows some sort of characteristics. If you're charming, it comes through. You know, if you're intelligent, that even for Backchat, to debate, to be able to debate, to be witty, it takes a certain level of intelligence. Okay. There's levels to the reality stuff. There is absolutely no good reason for Baddies UK or Bad Girls Club in general. Actually, there's no good reason. There's nothing about that show that you will go on there and it will put you in a good light. You are literally going to another country to fight. Tell me how that makes sense. Like, tell me in what world is that good? In what world is that going to ever leverage you? In what world? Please. And when I said this, there was somebody on the internet that said, oh, they brought up Renee, and they was like, oh yeah, but Renee, she's been fighting, and she gets PLT deals and wig deals. I want better for us. I want better for us Black women if we think the level, the bar is wig deals and when I say PLT, I'm not talking about the big boy collaborations like India and Ella and a lot of the Love Island girlies have had, like Tiana Taylor. I'm not talking about the big edits. That's a separate thing. Them gal are separate. They are separate. They are doing their damn thing. But if your goals is just to be sent a few things from PLT and do a haul and put hashtag PLT next to that haul on the internet, I want you to think bigger because you're not getting paid any money. And them girls that are telling you that they get paid money for that, they're lying. And I know that for a fact. Them girls that put the hashtag ad there for PLT and all those type of things, boohoo man, all that, they're not getting P like you think they're getting P. Yeah. So all the ads and the hashtag things, young girls out there don't get gassed by these little hashtag ads things that you see. Half of the time, nothing's really happening. And that's what I think is sad, is that young girls are seeing certain things online and thinking that people are making bank or this is the way. You cannot think that going online and fighting is worth a PLT haul and a wig haul. I want better for you. And if I want you to want better for yourself. There's nothing good about Baddies UK. You might think it's good now, you might think it's great now, but in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, when you want to get a job and they type your fucking name on that internet and see you was there getting your head dragged out, you're going to wish you never did it. Anything you do in life, please think about how this is going to look maybe in 5 years' time or 10 years' time when maybe you're not that girl anymore, you're not that person. Please, honestly. Anyway, moving on, another bunch of girlies that, because, to move on, right, yeah. So obviously the internet has been up in dismay. Yeah, I think I might say no, I don't think dismay is the right word. But we've all been glued to our screens because Jada Kingdom and Stefflon, have been going back and forth. I mean, I didn't know this was the clash that we wanted to see in 2024. Who would have fucking thought that we would have seen 11 days in Jada Kingdom and Stefflon going toe to toe? I mean, I wouldn't say toe to toe because it was toe to toe, but me personally, I think Jada really, knocks this one out of the park. And I think the simple reason is because Jada has nothing to lose. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I feel like whenever you're going to be someone that technically is the underdog, they don't care. They don't care because all that is going to happen for Jada is that it's going to be better for her. She's going to get more popularity. She's going to get more views. It's better for her. The underdog will always come out on top if they do really well. And I think that is the case with Jada. And I think secretly as well, a lot of people were rooting for Jada because I don't think that a lot of people necessarily like Stefflon. I don't think Stefflon is necessarily like a likable character. I don't think people take to her. I don't think people warm to her. I mean, maybe I'm speaking for myself. I've said this a few times. I don't really like Stefflon. Do I think she's a really talented? Yes, I do. Do I think she makes really good music? Yes, I do. Do I think that she executes herself well? Yes, I do. But do I think I like her as a person and what I see of her as a person? No. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay not to necessarily gel to somebody's character. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like I said earlier on, I'm not a hater. So when she does something good, I'm going to say she done something good. Did she do something good in this time? No, I don't think she did. Personally, I think Steph should have tapped out when Jada did her first response. Okay, so Steph came out with Data Dat. I'm Jamaican as well, and this accent's going to be terrible. And then Jada Kingdom came out with London Bed. And then Steph London came out with Dead Gal Walk In. And then Jada came out with Steph Lazarus. Okay. And we are still waiting for Steph's response. This is on a Thursday night, by the way. So as of yet, we haven't had Steph's response. And if I think it would be smart for her not to respond personally. I personally think she should have tapped out after London Bed. I think if she tapped out then, we would have forgotten about it. No, none of us, it would have maybe gone on for another like maybe day or so, but we would have forgot about it. But what Jada Kingdom did to Steph in Steph Lazarus, I reckon for that she should have tapped out earlier. And especially now because she was talking about, going reporting her or filing some sort of taking it to court or something like that. You can't do that. And that's what I'm saying. If you knew that you wasn't going to be able to take the heat and whatnot, then you shouldn't have done it. Somebody made a good point, and I think that's which was really interesting. And they said that maybe Steph should have maybe switched it up with the accents. So you see, obviously Jada is born and raised in Jamaica. She's a proper yard gal. You can't go toe to toe with a proper like a born and bred yard gal. It's just out. Why would you do that to yourself? I don't know why you would do that. But somebody said that what Steph should have done is mixed up, her dialect with a bit of patois and then a bit of like the UK, to show the difference. And I thought that was actually a really good point. I think Jada Kingdom just sounded really nice. I couldn't, I'm Jamaican and it was hard for me to keep up sometimes. But by and large, I just think that Jada actually sounded really nice. Like, take away the fact that it was a diss track. She actually sounds really good and I actually do like her music. One thing though that I just don't understand, and are we condoning it now? So Jada Kingdom said, "You're the only girl I know that gives away free fuck." Are we promoting prostitution now? Are we? Like, because I've heard this a lot outside of this whole beef thing. I've heard a lot of girls talking about this, like, "Oh, I'm not fucking for free." And I even saw, like, on one of the blog sites that, everyone was in Steph London's sister's comments saying, "Oh, yeah, you're fucking for free." And I'm like, when did we start normalizing fucking for money? Like, when? When was this? I didn't get the memo. And why is this normal? Like, and I need to understand, maybe you guys can tell me in the comment what that means. Is this like monetary gain? Is this like dinners? Is this meals? Is this like bags? Is this like, what does that mean? Or is it like time? Like we do nice things together. We spend time together. We get to know each other. But I'm kind of thinking it's not that. I'm thinking it's some sort of monetary gain. Like you have to get something out of it to show that it was worth your while. Ladies, I hate to break it to you. I don't know what these girls are telling you. I don't know how they've made it sound nice, but it's prostitution. If you feel like you have to get some sort of monetary gain from a guy before you let off, it's prostitution. If you feel like I need a bag, I need this, I need that before I open my legs, it's prostitution. I don't care what these rap girlies are telling you and how nice they're making it sound. It's prostitution. I'm even going to read the definition of prostitution. Hey Siri, what is the definition of prostitution? The practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment. If you are saying, I need a bag or I need to get this before I open my legs, you are operating in the act of prostitution. You might not be a prostitute, but you're acting in the act of prostitution. And I need you girlies to stop it. I need you to start having sex with people that you actually like. I need you to start laying down with people that actually respect you as a person. I need you to start laying down with people that you actually know their characteristics. Are they kind? Do they treat me nice? Do they make me feel worthy? Are they compassionate? Are they considerate? Are they caring? Are they good at compromising? Do they value me? Like all these things that actually matter over all these monetary gains and values that you're trying to get in the long run that actually keep a relationship afloat. I understand that money is important in relationships. I get that. But you cannot make money the forefront of everything. It doesn't make sense. And as time goes, and a lot of times I know when certain gal haven't actually dealt with money, man, because when you deal with money, man, you actually realize that a lot of them ain't got nothing going on. They're emotionally constipated. They outside of their money, they don't know how to communicate that they like you or that they care about you or that you mean something to them. They're a lot of them are cold. Like, and that's when I see people talking, I'm thinking, deal with a few of these guys that you think you want to deal with, and you will see that it ain't it. It's definitely not it. Please, ladies, stop this. Stop this glorification of this like domestic prostitution. And that's what it is. It's domestic prostitution. Yes, a guy should earn your front, as in, yes, if he's kind to you, if he's nice to you, if he's paying attention to you, your life, what you're into, he cares about you, whatever, fine. That's when yes, those are the things that should make you open your legs, not if he takes you on a trip. Like, come on. Like, you got to do better for yourselves. You have to want better for yourselves. And also, men are starting to realize this, and this is why they don't care. This is why they're literally treating women like shit, because they genuinely think that all they need to do is buy you a bag. My friend's telling me that guys are like just sliding in her DMs and be like, oh yeah, I'll buy you this. I want to do this. And it's like, they genuinely feel like to get in our pants, all they have to do is buy us certain things and we're there. Our legs are open. Like, have sex with people you actually like. And in that way, no one can shame you. Because that's another thing that I realized in this whole Jada Kingdom thing and whatnot. There's a lot of slut shaming. The ladies love to slut shame. And I've realized that I feel like men don't slut shame as much as women. I think women are the first to throw back in a woman's face who she slept with, what she's done, who didn't wife her, who didn't do this. It's women. But it's always women that are talking about sexual liberation. But yet we're the first to be throwing who the woman has slept with and who she hasn't slept with. What is that about? And that's why you sleep with people that you want to sleep with, and not sleeping with people because they're getting you a bag. Because you see me, remember I was talking to you about the big heifer back, the broad back girl that was tried to come for me and told me sis even lied on my name, telling me that I slept with this person, and I hadn't slept with that person. But even if I had, who are you to tell me about who I've slept with? Who are you to tell me about who is worthy to sleep with or not? Who are you? Like, anybody, no one can ever slut shame me, because whoever I sleep with, I do it with my chest, and I wanted to do it at the time, and I enjoyed it at the time, and that person made me feel nice at the time. So you can't come and this you my pumps. Why are you this youing my pumps? Oh, you slept with this person. So the fuck what? Even if I'm 34. This is what I'm saying. We're all grown. And if we actually probably spoke about sex a little bit more openly, women wouldn't actually be able to shame other women for sleeping with men or women or whatever. Like, it's so lame. It's so redundant. Asian doll, whatever her name is, getting involved, saying, oh, you slept with this person, you slept with that person, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's 2024. If this is the only rebuttal that you have in 2024 about who somebody has slept with, everyone grow up. Really? Really? And I want all you girls to understand what's happening. These are the same women telling you to be sexually liberated, and no man can tell you, and no one can shame you, slut walk, shame walk, all these things. But it's them that are the first to bring up a woman's body count and who she's been. Let that be proof to you that they're just chatting shit. A lot of these rap girlies are chatting a bag of shit and they don't even live by what they live by. But yeah, I would say, to round that up, I would say Jada definitely one. I was saying earlier, I wonder how Steph feels. Like, because I know when I get dragged online, yeah, and there's like things circulating, or like I feel like everyone's piling on top of me, it feels horrible. Like, I'm just like, and this is on a different scale. Like, even Sean Paul got involved. Sean Paul said the ladies need to stop arguing, because this is not this is not how ladies should talk. Big Sean Paul getting involved on Shade Room. Everyone, I wonder what that level of embarrassment feels like, because there obviously has to be a level of embarrassment. Do you know what I mean? Another thing that is just it's just blowing my mind at the moment is I don't know if you've seen it, but FKA Twigs done a campaign with Calvin Klein. I thought the campaign was gorgeous to look at. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't think it was she's like naked, but she's covered. Oh, hopefully I can put a picture here so you can see. And she's covered, and you can see a bit of her boob, and you can see her nice toned body. And basically they have said it's been pulled because, if let me get the right thing, what they said that it's been pulled because it's stereotypical. It's basically showing a stereotypical sexual object. And I don't see anything wrong with this picture. I genuinely don't. I think she looks gorgeous. And also, it's just confusing to me, because is this not policing women's bodies? Is this not what women have, like, everyone's been campaigning for, women and autonomy, and I have the right to do what I want to do with my body. It is what it is. Like, I don't understand. I feel like we're going backwards. Like, how can that be? So there's an actual association when it comes to adverts in it. Like, there's an actual association that I guess signs everything off, makes everything okay. And they've pulled it. They said that it's just, let me actually find it, what they said. The Calvin Klein ads with the singer has been banned for making her a stereotypical object. And it's been banned by the UK's Advertising Standards Authority. Big boy people, big boy organisation. So apparently two people complained. Two people complained about the image, arguing it inappropriately sexualized her. The ASA agreed, saying in the statement the ad used nudity and centered on FKA Twigs' physical features rather than the clothing, to extent that it is presented her as a stereotypical sexual object, and said the image composition placed viewers focused on the model's body rather than the clothing being advertised. I mean, I feel like that's most advertising stuff, though. Like, I don't understand what's different between this and anything else. And also, sorry, but if she was like a plus size model, would this be a problem? Like, if she was a plus size model, why is it that we can embrace their bodies at any state it is? Okay, fine, brilliant. But now a slim lady has her her hip showing, a bit her side boob showing, and now it's showing her in a sexual way. Why are we policing women's bodies? What? And two jealous people complained about it, and just two people, and it got taken down. That something seems a bit fishy to me, and I don't understand. I don't get what's going on. It's like, she looks strong, she looks powerful, she looks toned. That I don't look at that picture personally and see sexy, no, sorry, correction. I look at that picture and see sexy. I don't look at that picture and see she's been sexualized, as in I should look at her as a sexual object. I look at her and I think, wow, how powerful does that image look? Like how toned, brilliant, like how strong does she look? Is she's not doing, I've seen overly sexual pictures where, like, literally every single thing that we see and ram down our throat is overly sexualized people. But this is where they draw the line. Something is fishy, and I don't like what they're doing to my good sis. And I hope that it's gonna they're gonna appeal it. And surely it should have to be more than two people fucking complaining for an ad to be pulled. Huh? What is that about? Yeah. I feel like we're going into a really scary time now where everything is going to be policed and everyone is so oversensitive. You can't say anything, you can't do anything. Every single group can be offended at any moment. And if that group comes forward, then now it's just too much. Like, where are we going to draw the line? Like, bring back the days where it was like, it was clear to see. And I know that can't be the case all the time. You know, there are a lot of like underhanded things that, you know, people try to get away with. I understand. But I feel like we've gone too far now. It can't be every time one person is offended, now everything has to be pulled. Another situation like this is Skepta. Skepta literally has put out the artwork for his new single, and it's basically of a skinhead, and it's of a skinhead, and on the skinhead it's got a tat saying "gas me up." People weren't happy with it. Basically, they weren't happy. They felt like it was tone deaf to like the current state of the world, and they said the Jewish community thought it was like reminiscent of being put in a gas chamber, gas me up, and they thought it was very tone deaf. I understand, I get that, but I feel like if something is not necessarily coming from a malicious place, because the thing with that picture is it can upset a lot of groups. Like, black people were literally racially abused by skinheads all through the 80s, stomped on, beaten up, racist attacks left, right, and center. So I understand how certain things can be triggering for certain types of for different groups. I get that. However, it's like, where do we draw the line? And I feel like if it's not coming from a malicious place and you can clearly see that it's not coming from a malicious place, then I think that's where the conversation needs to be had. And at first Skepta put out saying that he was gonna like pull it and not use that as artwork, and then he came out again and basically said like, I understand, but if I allow people to police my art, then I would just have to stop being an artist. And I totally understand what he's saying here. I think, yeah, there's certain things that are definitely distasteful and why would you even do that? But things like this, and then he put the mood board up to show like where that came from and whatever. It's an image that relates to loads of people and not just one specific group, right? And I think when you're doing art, like as an artist, where do you draw the line? Because anything can upset anyone. Let me know. Like, where? Because even me, myself, sometimes I think to myself, can I say this? Am I allowed to say this? Am I offending somebody? Is this the right thing? And I think because we're in a culture right now where people just are ready to attack, people are not willing to kind of like educate people and tell people and make them you know what I mean? Like, sit down with someone and say, the reason why this is offended is because such and such and such. We're just so quick to want to cancel everyone all the time. And I think that's where the difficulty is nowadays. It's like, how do we come to like an even playing field, or a more realistic playing field? Even with comedians, and like, how far can they go? Where are they not allowed to go? What's not a joke anymore? What isn't a joke anymore? It's a lot of things. Anyway, okay, talking on the whole thing about not being offended. Okay, so someone like Lil Nas X, yeah, he has been doing the absolute most with Christianity. His new album, his artwork came out for a single, I think it was, and he was literally being lifted onto the cross and like mocking Christianity, or he said that he's not mocking Christianity, but you know, using imagery of Christianity and just not using it in the right way. Do you know what I mean? He put a video up of him eating the Holy Communion, and it's just really distasteful. Okay, and I can understand why Christians would be offended by that, because it is something like that it is just genuine. You're taking the piss now. Like, you can tell, like, you're doing it for a reaction. You're doing it to get clicks. You're doing it for whatever. But there's a bit of discussion online about why people why people think they can take the piss out of Christianity and mock Christianity. And like, Christianity is probably one of the most disrespected religions amongst all the other religions. And I genuinely think it's because Christians don't take it seriously. I don't think Christian hard enough. I think a lot of Christians are lukewarm. I think a lot of Christians have one foot in and one foot out. And the world can see that. Like, if Christians are not taking their own religion seriously and adhering to what the Bible says, because a lot of stuff as well, like, I find a lot of and I'm saying Christians because I grew up as a Christian, but how I feel is like, the Bible clearly says it's the worst thing is to be lukewarm. You're either hot or you're cold. God would prefer you to be cold than lukewarm. And lukewarm, and I feel like everyone forgets that. Lukewarm is like one foot in, one foot out. I'm of the world, but I still, I go, I'm there. And that's not how Christianity is supposed to be. I don't care what anyone says. It's not supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to be like having, you're supposed to live as the Bible tells you to live, right? And a lot of Christians are not living by how the Bible tells you to live. And the world sees that. One thing about Muslims, although they might do stuff that might be against their religion, they take it very seriously. They're going to pray. They're going to, do what 5 times a day. They're going to make sure, I don't know how many Christians outwardly portray a Christian lifestyle, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, you're not of the world. And as harsh as that may sound, but the Bible clearly tells you not to be of the world. And I know Christians that are not of the world. I know them, and they don't play about. They don't mess about. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like if Christians took their religion more seriously and were more deliberate with it, then other people would fall in place. It's like a child, It's like a child disrespecting their mum. No, it's like a child seeing their dad or a parent disrespect the other parent. And then the child starts speaking to that parent in the same way, the other parent. And then the other parent's like, he talks to me like that because he sees you talking to me like that. Now he thinks it's okay. That is what I think about how the world sees Christianity. And that is why I think people like Little Nas X can get away with being quite disrespectful. I think it's an in-house problem that we should address. But the thing is, you speak to Christians about this and they'll start remixing the Bible and telling you, what the Bible, and it's like the Bible clearly says what it says. However you want to make yourself feel better about whatever you want to make yourself feel better about, that's fine. But it clearly says it there in black and white. And I'll leave it on that. Because I know whenever you talk about Christianity and religion and people's faith, their backs get up against the wall real quick, because you have to take a look at yourself and you realize that you might not make it to heaven. And on that note, I'm Zizi Mills. This has been, I don't know what this segment's called actually. I used to call it Hot Topics, but I feel like I want to zhuzh it up now and call it something different. But yeah, I've just been here. These are my thoughts. These are my thoughts of the week. Yeah, thoughts of the week. Bye.